Welcome to Bachelor Season 68. To celebrate this special occasion, we are doing something new. Due to your comments, we are putting men on the show. This will be a way to show the open-mindedness of ABC. Now, let's meet the Bachelor, Gene Forrester.
This troubled boy has recently become single due to a tragic incident involving some stairs. This tender young boy has faced issues with jealousy, which have led to his loss of innocence. He felt jealous of his friend and possible love interest, Finney, who was an amazing athlete and charmer. Gene has always felt a sense of competition with Finney, but Finney did not feel the same way. Gene lost his innocence when he jounced the limb of a high tree, causing Finney to fall and break his leg, ending Finney's sporting career. Gene experienced guilt and confusion following the event and now seeks a partner he can relate to and help him cope with his tragedy.
Now, let's meet our contestants.
I'm a 16-year-old boy and I live in the small town of New York City. I don't like life, but I can strike up a good dance routine. You know, ever since Ali died, I have this hole in my life. I really do.
So I want to find someone to be with. One problem is that everyone out there is a phony, and they can't even have a goddamn conversation. The reason why I'm here is because Gene is the realest person out there killing the phonies.
Cut it out, Macbeth.
Sorry. I was the King of Scotland. Keyword was. I used to have large amounts of wealth at my disposal. I took the throne after assassinating my kinsman, Duncan, the previous King of Scotland. If you ask me who my favorite character in Clash Royale is, I think it would be the Witch. The witches told me my future, which corrupted me and convinced me to force my way into power. I've come to realize that women can be cray-cray. I got this idea after finding out that my wife, Lady Macbeth, convinced me to do all my evil deeds against my better judgment. She was always telling me to unsex her, which really creeped me out. I enjoy Gene's mental stability and hope he can help me cope with guilt I feel about my past.
I'm just the average British boy, you know. I'm the head of our choir, and I enjoy polo, and I love to kill piggies. One thing that is unique about me is that I was trapped on a deserted island with no adults. I assumed the role of hunter, which was wizard, but I wanted to become a chief.
I wanted to hunt and make the best of our time on the island, but the chief, Ralph, was always focused on rescue. Looking back on the experience, I guess I may have been a little bit savage. After I got off the island, I spent 3 months in rehab, which made me realize that I may have abused my power. I'm interested in Gene because I think that Gene can relate to my loss of innocence, which turned to savagery.
Now that we've met the contestants, let's see how they fare with Gene.
Go, go, go! Good job, we got it! Yeah!
Let's go sit down.
Alright, let's go. So, Tell me about yourself, Jack. What special abilities do you have?
I can hit that C note.
Wow. Can you show me? So, tell me about your experience on the island.
Well, I found that putting paint on my face allowed me to do more if my face was revealed. It was like I was a whole new person.
Sounds like this new identity allowed you to shed your innocent schoolboy identity for something more corrupt.
I agree. Once Piggy's glasses and the conch were used as a symbol of power broke, things changed on the island.
How so?
Well, it seemed like you were saying about the loss of innocence. After those items broke, we seemed to go around the bend. The glasses, the conch, were the things that kept us boys civilized.
What do you mean about around the bend?
We all began to start fearing some boogie that was in the woods. In hindsight, the beast, as we called it, probably did not even exist. The beast seemed to make us all batty, and we performed violent offerings and dances to appease it.
That sounds spooky.
Naturally, I was not afraid of the beast. The others are cowards. The way to survive was to become savages, to summon the evil in the pits of our hearts in order to overpower the evil of the island.
So, tell me about the other boys.
Well, there was this one boy named Ralph. He was too focused on being rescued with the signal fire. He kept rambling on about how rescue was the only thing that could keep our innocence and how savagery could lead to the destruction of society. I thought that was cracked.
I know how I felt when Finney fell down the stairs because of the injury. Can you tell me an example of the first time you felt that innocence was slipping away from you boys?
I first realized the power I held and what was possible if I let go of the rules in society when we let the signal fire get out of control on the first day. Looking down on the burnt terrain beneath us showed me that savagery did indeed go against civilization and innocence, but the power was tempting. From that point on, I lost a piece of my initial head choir boy innocence and traded it in for this power.
This is my favorite episode of Paranormal Activity.
Because I'm in it.
Yeah, Macbeth, you seem to have kept up with the times pretty well. I don't notice any Old English in your vernacular.
You could say I get around. I'm pretty hip in the music scene. I produced the smash hit Ghostbusters, and I also dabble in modeling. If you look at the ghost on Snapchat, you can see it's an obvious resemblance of me. Turn up!
So, Macbeth, tell me about becoming king.
The main thing I learned from this experience is how important innocence is. After we murdered Duncan, our innocence was lost forever. My wife felt so guilty about the death she had caused to make me king. She became hallucinating about blood on her hands that she could not wash off. I had a similar experience after I killed my friend Banquo. I began seeing this ghost like you are seeing me now, but I slowly lost my sanity when I lost my integrity. You must understand that once you lose your integrity, guilt will haunt you for the rest of your life.
So, what drove you to kill all these people?
I don't like to talk about this, but it all started when I met the 3 witches. They told me that I would become the Thane of Cawdor, and eventually the King of Scotland. This changed my views, and I now believe that knowing one's future corrupts. I became greedy instead of waiting for my fate to run its course. I tried to force the witch's prophecy to become true, therefore making my fate happen faster. One title was not enough, and I needed more and more power. It seemed like violence was a direct relationship to my increased greed. The more power I received, the more people I had to harm to get it.
If you could give a fellow murderer like me a piece of advice, what would it be?
My personal thoughts on violence is that blood will have blood. Once you lose your innocence the first time, it becomes easier and easier to commit these horrible acts. You have to ask yourself, at what cost will this new achievement come? Looking back at my actions, killing my best friend along with others was not worth the power of being king. Checkmate.
Ah, that's a good move.
Haha.
Darn, you win. Good job, Macbeth.
Good game.
GG.
GG.
Hey, Holden, tell me about yourself. How's your adventure after getting axed by Pensy?
I've never been so depressed in my life. The people were phonies, the ducks were gone. I couldn't even call for old Phoebe since my parents would know about me getting kicked out and all.
Wow, that sounds terrible. Do you have any special talents that you can show me?
I can drink a lot without getting drunk.
That's cool. Show me. Wow. Well, what's your goal in life?
I don't really have one ever since Allie died. You would have liked him. Not only was he intelligent, but he was always happy and never got mad at anybody. When Allie died, I smashed and broke all the windows in the garage. It really changed me and made me wonder what kind of world we're living in. Now I just wander around and try to find anyone that isn't phony. Someone with characteristics similar to Allie.
Wow. Because like Allie, I have a childlike happiness and unquestionable obedience to rules. I like a comfortable life, predictable and unthreatening. Have you found anyone like Allie yet?
No, but I did find this little Shirley Bean record. I was gonna give it to Phoebe, since that kind of stuff kills her. But one day, I was walking in a park and I dropped it and it shattered into 50 pieces. I was so depressed because I realized that not everything can be kept the same.
That's so sad. Kind of like the time I purposely dropped my friend out of a tree. It was until later that I realized that what was done cannot be undone.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. But do you like going anywhere?
I like the museum.
What do you like about it?
I like how everything stays right where it was and nothing changes. But the only thing that changed was you. It's just that you're different in some way. So the feeling's a little different. You know what I mean?
No, not really.
Well, the only thing that ruined it was the profanity I saw on the museum wall. I don't know why someone would do such a thing. Would do such a goddamn thing. Like, if Phoebe walks through and sees it, then someone's gonna have to tell her what it means.
You really seem to care for Phoebe. Is there anyone else you care for?
I like kids. They're just so innocent.
Wow, well maybe you want to do something with kids as a career.
I do. I really do. My dream is to watch kids chasing each other around in a field of rye, next to a big cliff. Then if a kid is near the cliff, I can go and catch them and bring them back. I just don't want them to learn about the world, you know? Like, watching corny movies, drinking, giving girls the time in the backseat of someone else's car.
Now that I know your background, did you have any love pursuits before?
Well, there was this one girl, Jane. She lived in Maine with me, and we would hang out and play checkers together. She would always leave her kings in the back row. But when I heard that Stratlater gave her the time, I was furious. How can someone so phony be with someone like her? But I know, she wouldn't do anything funny with that guy. She's just like Phoebe, innocent. I regret her not ever contacting her, though.
Wait, are you even gay?
What? No, I just want to hang out with you.
You know I'm trying to see if you can date me, right? That's what this whole show about.
What? I'm no flip. Wait, is this a movie? I can't stand those phony actors. They just pretend to be real people.
Hey, cut the video. Cut the video. Cut. So, Gene, who do you give the rose to?
Well, Macbeth seems the most hip, while Jack is a savage. However, I don't like Holden because he kept calling me a flick. So between Macbeth and Jack. I like older men, but not guys as old as Macbeth. And I like guys with a dark side, but Jack is just too messed up. I think I'm gonna go with... I like guys with facial hair.